Remember, you can ask your therapist anything. I get asked loads of questions by my clients, and that makes sense. We're entering into a therapeutic relationship, therefore they want to know a little bit about me. And that should be okay, but in the therapy world, we're told as therapists we have to be very quiet, allow the clients to fill the space, not tell them anything about ourselves. And does that work? And science shows the most important part of the therapy journey is the connection between the therapist and their client. So it's the therapist's job to nurture that relationship, allowing it to grow based on sharing some information about their interests, their hobbies, their ethics, their values. Because otherwise you won't relate to your therapist, you won't trust them, and then no therapeutic work can happen. But remember, it's not the therapist's job to tell you about their lives. They should be asking you for help. And I heard some crazy horror stories of therapists asking clients for help when it comes to their business ideas, or even asking them for money. So it's ridiculous then for me as a therapist to expect the client to trust me and build that relationship without knowing anything about me. But there's some things which are off limits, such as my family. Remember, you can ask your therapist anything. It's up to the therapist to choose what's relevant for the session. For example, what relevance is there to know what random pizza toppings I like? Unless, of course, that random pizza topping they really like too, and you can share a story about how you got to try that pizza topping and how it works for you. And as I'm thinking about this, it shows that these random occurrences, things that show who you are and who the therapist is, can actually build and bridge that gap so you can gain more trust, because you know that the therapist understands you, and the therapist can use that to grow and develop that relationship. So as I'm thinking about this, everything is relevant to therapy. It helps to build that therapeutic relationship. Unless, of course, I feel that you're wasting time talking about this because it's the easier topic to talk about. In which case, change the conversation back to a topic which is going to help you. So remember, you can ask your therapist anything. It's up to the therapist to decide if it's relevant or not. And if they don't feel it's relevant, they should be talking to you to try and understand why you asked that question, because it all builds that narrative and that relationship. So therapists are going to answer your questions. What you're going to be thinking about now is what questions you should be asking your therapist. I'm going to do a video about that next time. And if you've got any questions to ask me, leave me a comment and I can do either a video response or answer your questions in the comment box below.